let's use, so real quick here, so just so in the interest of time, let's make sure that everybody's kind of like starting off this in the right way. So this enzyme, TPI, very much mimics the enzyme that you're working through here, okay? So the idea here is that we are going from sp3 to sp2, sp2 to sp3, right? So whether you want to start it here or start it here, it doesn't matter. The general idea is that take your sp3 hybridized carbon and deprotonate it, okay? So you have a general base in the active site, pick up one of these protons, push it down, make a double bond between carbon 1 and carbon 2, and then push those electrons over and make an intermediate. If you want to show it as a general, like, picking up a proton from a general acid, that is perfectly fine. In fact, that's actually kind of how it happens. So these electrons reach over, pick up a proton, you make an intermediate where your base is protonated. This carbon is no longer sp3 hybridized, and now sp2 hybridized. And your acid is deprotonated. Okay? This is the key intermediate. It's an enediol. So there's an important general base that initiates the reaction and an important general acid that serves as a proton donor, and in fact ends up being the key general base that initiates the second step of the reaction. So the second step of this reaction kind of reverses things. So in this case, we're going to deprotonate this carbon, this oxygen, push electrons through, and the double bond picks up the proton from your general base. And this then leads you back to your product. Okay? So this is why this reaction is reversible. If this is your original reactant, then the general base would react on this carbon, right? We would still form that double bond. We would still form our intermediate enediol. You still use a general acid. You still use a general base. The same two amino acids serve as the acid or base no matter which direction you're going. The only difference is which carbon you initiate by deprotonating. Okay, so try to apply this to the conversion of glucose to fructose.